Chris Koster is the Attorney General of Missouri. He's now running for governor, bragging about how he's defended justice and the innocent and he's going to stand with the people of Missouri. Well, Chris Koster was the Attorney General who watched this happen to Jeff Winehouse. And when they failed to kill him, prosecutors, under the watchful eye of Chris Koster, sent Jeff Winehouse to prison for more than 30 years.
How's it going, Jeff?
Good, how are you?
You got the gun for?
Why I got the gun? What you got the gun for?
Because I'm an authorized gun.
Alright, well, I'm authorized to
Get down on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Get down on the ground.
You're gonna have to shoot me, man.
Politicians like Chris Koster go up and they make claims of justice and defending the people, even though right now Chris Koster could step in and do his job and get Jeff Winehouse released from prison. All he has to do is say the word. He's not a man of justice, and he should be called out for it. We should be going to their Facebook pages and going to their campaign events. We should be calling them out for supporting murderers, for supporting corrupt judges. Let's listen to a few words from Jeff Winehouse that I got from him on a phone interview as he kind of tells his story and talks about what happened that day and what we see in the video.
Okay. Jeff Winehouse, we got here on the line, and just tell me, basically, you're sitting in prison right now for what, 30 years, something like that?
30 years for assaulting Sergeant Folsom by shooting him. That's exactly what the conviction reads.
Wow.
And that's page 42 of the legal file and my appeal, which is ED 100-807 in the state of Missouri, Eastern District Appeals Court. On August 22nd, 2012, the Missouri Highway Patrol visited my home office in Franklin County, Missouri. At the time, I was running for the office of coroner in Crawford County, and they said they smelled the marijuana and left to go get a search warrant, detaining me the whole time. They came back with a search warrant in order to seize my computers and my printers and cameras. Since August of 1996, I have published a paper called The Bulletin, where I exposed corruption and judicial misconduct. They came back with this warrant. It was all about seizing my computers and cameras, showing no probable cause. The last line was marijuana. They charged me with tampering with a judicial official and possession of marijuana. But they found one morphine tablet, which I had a script for, and charged me with possession of morphine. Turns out that the warrant issued on August 22nd was unlawful. In the state of Missouri, the revised Missouri statute 043.200 provides for the Highway Patrol to get the sheriff to come along when serving or executing a search warrant, and they failed to do that. On September 11th, 2012, the court issued an arrest warrant for me. The troopers called me up, made contact with me, claiming they had been ordered by the Missouri Supreme Court to return my computers and cameras. I had filed a writ of repletion with the Missouri Supreme Court on September 7th of 2012, and they used this writ to lure me into their ambush. 13 seconds later, after I got out of the car, they shot at me 6 times, hitting me 4 to my head and 2 to my chest. At the time, they did not arrest me, even though they had an arrest warrant. They thought I was dead. I came back around a couple minutes later, and of course you can see all that on the launch video I recorded. I had a video camera on my left wrist, which by the grace of God I was able to record. They charged me when I showed up at court on November 1st, in addition to the original charges, with attempted murder on 2 police officers, what they call armed criminal action, and resisting arrest. I sat in the county jail for over a year. I had hired counsel. Turned out he was the assistant prosecutor in my matter, for he failed to show at trial. the evidence of my gun reflecting on my left front side. The troopers maintained I tried to draw from my right side. He also failed to call 2 FBI agents who were witness to the whole thing, who were brought to the scene by the troopers to provide backup for them. The FBI's initial report is my hands went to my front waistline. They make no mention of any attempt to draw, nor do they make mention I even had a gun. After depositions were taken in July of 2013, the FBI were removed from the prosecution's witness list, and my lawyer did not call them. The depositions revealed they had a clear view of my right side. They did not see a weapon on me, much less any attempt to draw it, and that's why they had taken off the prosecution's witness list. At trial, my lawyer did not call them. They had put the county had went out and spent $1,500 on a taser for that went on basically my calf, and I was under duress the whole trial, so I really couldn't speak out like I'd wanted to. After you get shot 4 times, you kind of get a little gun shy there, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I was originally charged with attempted to assault these troopers by shooting them, but the prosecutor changed the charge to attempted to draw a weapon to shoot him, and by Missouri law, that is a misdemeanor. They didn't change the jury instructions, so that's how I got convicted of assaulting Sergeant Folsom by shooting him.
This is appalling. Don't let the politicians of Missouri and the politicians of our government and the crooked judges, attorney generals, and candidates get away with this. Go call them out. Go shout from the rooftops their corruption and shine the light on these cockroach dens. Stand up and love your neighbor and speak out. Support people like Jeff Winehouse and our patriots in Oregon and innocents that are caged and imprisoned all over this nation. It's time for us to step up and restore liberty. It's time for us to name the names of corrupt politicians like Chris Koster. It's time for them to be exposed and removed from office. It's time for them to get the due process they denied us. And it's time to demand they release the political prisoners.